Hello again, I am Blunty. Quick one for you today. This is the Magbolt. Actually, specifically, it's like an engineering sample of the Magbolt. But in any case, the Magbolt is a product sitting on Kickstarter right now. As I record, there's about 50 odd days to go when it's already far exceeded the surprisingly low goal of just $12,000, which actually tells me that the Magbolt people probably didn't actually really need Kickstarter to get this product off the ground and out into the world, and are instead, like too many others in my humble opinion, merely using Kickstarter as a kind of pre-order / marketing stunt thing. But in the long wash, who really cares? They're not the first, they won't be the last to do it. All that matters is the product any good, and is it worth your money? So, I've spent a little while with it now. The answer is yes, actually. The version I have here is the 2-in-1 kit. There are two other versions I'll get to in just a second, but basically, it's an iPhone / Android version of Apple's forever awesome magnetic power quick release thingy they've been using on their MacBooks for years now. Magbolt have a very clever design on the phone plug side, which makes it reversibly compatible with both lightning ports on iPhones and micro USB ports on pretty much everything else. And unlike the MacBook magnetic plug thingy, this one does actually matter which way around the cable connects. Fortunately, Magbolt know this, and they have been clever enough to orient their magnets in such a way that will only ever latch on the correct way, and socket and connector will repel each other if you've got it upside down. And of course, being micro USB compatible, if this hasn't occurred to you already, that means it'll work with a ton of other devices as well. Things that spring to my mind, for instance, cameras, game controllers, both need charging very often in my home, and both work really nicely with a quick little magnetically connection cable like this. The receiving plug pad thingy does leave you with a little protruding nub on your phone, but in my experience so far at least, it's not been something that's been in the way. It's never managed to catch or snag on my pocket or anything, for example, and its design should mean that it will work fine with pretty much every case and shell and all that kind of stuff out there. And as a little side benefit, it'll effectively keep dust and grime out of the port too, don't you think? The magnetic latching is strong enough without being obnoxiously so it attaches securely, but also is easy to release when you actually want it to, either deliberately or indeed if you manage to trip over the cable or something so your phone doesn't go flying across the room with it. Admit it, it's happened to all of us, and Apple's magnetic connector has indeed saved my MacBook from that fate many times. The braided sheath cable feels nice and strong without being overly stiff and awkward, and of course it supports fast charging and data syncing. Now, as I mentioned, there's two other versions available. One of them is specifically for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, which uses an intermediary adapter for your existing Lightning cable, which makes using it with the Lightning port earphones possible. And the third one, if you've got one of the newer breed of Android phones, there's a USB-C type version too. Hooray! Now, this is not a spanking new idea, not by a long shot, but it is at least a very well executed version of the idea. The materials feel fantastic, high quality, very solid, it feels like it will last and last and last. There's some thoughtful design work going on, and the prices are even decent. Delivery is set for December, but as anyone who has ever backed anything on Kickstarter will know, I recommend you believe that when it actually happens. But I do honestly think it's worth kicking in on. There will be a Kickstarter link in my down below area, of course. While you're down there, go ahead and do the slappy button things, because YouTube's subscription system's all screwed up again, so why don't you go down to the subscription thing, there's a little bell there now. Click on the bell and make sure you get like an email alert or something when my video goes up, because who knows when YouTube's own built-in subscription system will actually feed you my videos from now on in, because... oh my God. But I'm getting off topic. Thanks for watching, I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.